Welcome to the Bowel Chronicles, where we dive deep into the world of bowel health. I'm your host, Nikki Kilpatrick, and on this podcast we have raw and candid conversations with individuals facing various bowel conditions and illnesses. Through personal stories and shared experiences, we illuminate resilience and courage in the face of adversity. Be reminded that each story is personal and unique. These conversations are not to be taken as medical advice or to replace guidance from a doctor or healthcare provider. Our aim is to inspire and empower through these amazing stories, amplifying voices often unheard. So join us as we embark on this journey together. Sit back, listen, and be inspired. Enjoy the episode. Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bowel Chronicles. I'm your host, Nikki Kilpatrick, and today we are joined by Maria Manousi from SuportX. Maria, it is so good to have you come along and share some valuable information around hernia support and some of the SuportX products today. So thank you for taking time out of your working day to be here.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So we had a bit of a brief chat yesterday, and the idea of hernias, stoma support is such a vast subject. Like we could be, I literally looked at my phone yesterday and went, we've been talking for half an hour. We're not even doing the podcast yet. So I appreciate this is a huge subject, but we're not here today to bombard people with, the brand SuportX. We're here to have a really open, honest conversation about the value of these products and what life is like, living on the other side of stoma surgery and what is available to people out there, and raising awareness that, this is a subject that's not always talked about, highly enough. And are there things that we can do as ostomates to help ourselves? Can we help ourselves before surgery and then post surgery? And no better person to ask than someone who has been working for this company for a very long time.
Well, yes, I worked for SuportX for many years. Almost since the beginning. So
Right.
SuportX right now is the market leader for support garments, and this is what we do. We design, develop, and manufacture hernia support garments, which is better to call them abdominal support garments, because the idea is to prevent a hernia, but to support if there is one already.
Maria, why don't you take us back? How did this idea, this brand of SuportX, the creation of these support garments, how did that come about?
Well, Altaf Makani, who is the general manager, is the founder of SuportX, and he used to work in this industry many years before that.
Okay.
So he created his own brand, SuportX.
Okay. And so it was because he worked in that industry. It wasn't that.
Yes. So there is experience in this company. Everybody is directly involved with the patients, the nurses, the product. It's not just a business.
Okay.
It's a very personal thing.
Yeah, it's a very specialized thing, isn't it? It's not just a case
Yes,
of
it's
one size fits all, or
no, it's exactly what we do. Only abdominal support garments, all levels of support, from level 1 to a very strong support belt and abdominal binders, surgical abdominal binders, and all our products, apart from really light support products that they are available for people to buy, are available on prescription.
Let's maybe you could explain for us, because you're in this field, what, for those people that are listening today and are maybe new to stoma surgery or about to go through a surgery, and the word hernia has maybe been mentioned before, but they really have no idea. Could you explain what that is?
Well, let's start with the fact that, yes, a hernia is possible after an operation in the abdominal area.
Mm-hmm.
There are many different types of hernias, depends on where the hernia is, but let's focus on this area now. And it's possible for people with or without a stoma. It's because of the operation. Just the fact that we're having a stoma increases the risk because the opening is there. But it's nothing scary or life-threatening. We don't have to see it like that. Unfortunately, it happens. There are clinical studies that they give percentages from 50% to 80%. Anyway, yes, it's a possibility. Nobody will say, yeah, 100% you'll get a hernia the first 10 days or the first year or after 10 years. You never know. And yes, today there are things we can do. We know what to do to protect ourselves and to help ourselves to prevent hernia. But nothing too freaky or scary. Sometimes you see people, because we see people at home and they are terrified, like, I'll get a hernia. I was one of them once. But the more you know, and if you break it down, it's not that scary. There are things you can do, and you follow those steps, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. I want to say for the majority of people, they don't really know anything about a hernia until they've got one, or
Yes,
see their body
now
start to change shape, you know.
it's a big operation having a stoma. Many people, life happens,
Mhm.
and we have to have a stoma for many different reasons. So our healthcare professionals, doctors and nurses, and especially stoma nurses, they will try, the majority, especially now, they will try to mention the risk of a hernia, couple of things, tips and tricks, what to do. But this is a big maybe some people will have it because of cancer, trauma, colitis, any different many different reasons. But they will try to say something. But it's life changing, this operation.
Mhm.
And for some people also, it's not even planned. They will wake up and they will have a
Yes.
stomach.
Mhm.
So there are many new things to take in.
Mhm.
And the doctors or the nurses, there are so many things that they have to tell you.
Yeah, I mean,
Which,
my own personal experience was, although my surgery was a week from I found out I was having it until I had it, it was planned surgery. So there was a meeting with a stoma nurse, and I can remember her going through all of her list, ticking everything off. And she did make reference to there is a risk of a hernia in it. And I had also been following people on social media, so I had heard a few of those risks. Maybe one or two people already had a hernia, they were wearing support belts, or you asked the question, what can I do to help myself, post surgery in hospital? So the idea maybe of one of the softer grade wraps to wear immediately after surgery would be helpful. But I think as being in that position and being that appointment, sometimes it can be overwhelming and you actually forget all of the things that
yes,
you have been told about.
exactly.
And you write them off until it's too late, or you're like, oh, crikey, I think I've got a hernia, and then the other side of it is those people who are rushed in, they have emergency surgery, they don't get the opportunity of sitting with a stoma nurse or their surgeon in detail, and get told of the risks and the possibilities. Like with all abdominal surgery, the risks are the same, and then it's too late. They maybe don't have the same point of care or contact afterwards. They maybe aren't social media people, they live in their own little bubble, and that's great. Whereas some of us do community and do life together online, and we find out more and more about, this condition and what we're living with and ways to help ourselves. And I think social media has a great influence, I think, out there on these tools that we have. There are so many older people out there within our support groups in the community, and they've never heard that you can get a support band or support belt, support garments on prescription. They've never heard of what someone came to your house, they measured you. What do you mean? I haven't been told all of these things. And some of these ladies have been through surgery 9, 10 years, and here they are sitting with massive hernias. So what could have actually been done to maybe help prevent that?
Well, yes, I remember many years ago, the information wasn't available as it is right now. Younger people, they have access to social media, they have access to information. Older people, they don't. They don't have the same opportunity to see what it is out there. And now we're lucky, because if you see every delivery company, every company with stoma bags, if you go through their website, you'll find a section that they will say a few things about hernias, basic advice for hernia prevention, diet, exercise, support garments. You'll see at least a few things there. Also, stoma nurses, that I know they're trying really hard to inform people, but there is always a gap. We leave the hospital, we'll see the stoma nurse 2, 3, 4 times. Especially if everything works fine, which is ideal, perfect, then we cut off for some reason. We don't see our stoma nurse so often. But the first 1 or 2 months, they're more about wound healing, about how the stomach works, if the bag is right, things more urgent, let's say, than the hernia prevention. So we forget, we push it behind, and also the nurses, they have to focus on what is urgent and most important, the most important thing to deal with now. Yes. So but the nurses are there, so we can book more often an appointment with them, just to see them, see how we're doing, talk to them. They will see us, and if there is nothing like crazy wrong with the stoma, then we can talk about other things. So one thing that we can do to help ourselves is contact our stoma nurses. Talk to them. Don't forget about the appointment. Oh no, I know everybody does that. Everybody's the same. That, oh, all right, everything is fine. I'll do it later, and I'll do it later. And yeah, I can see it pushing up a little bit there, but it's nothing. It doesn't show. I'll deal with it later. And that's the problem with hernias. They will start teeny tiny with nothing, and then they grow bigger and bigger. Is the pressure, sneezing, coughing, working, living, being alive. Yeah. The pressure is there and can happen. So yes, now we have access, and we're trying also as companies to help with that. As SuportX, we started a project and we're working on it, the hernia pathway, where we're trying to provide more information for every patient post-op, giving a light support belt through their stoma nurses with a discharge pack, to go home with a light support belt. Yes. It's not a support belt to go to the gym or to go to work or do the things that we normally do. But during the healing period, the first month, And then you can use it when you're just relaxing, be at home, covers the stomach bag, takes away a little bit of the weight of the bag,
Yes, yes.
and works most importantly as a reminder that yes, I have to wear something, and it's okay to wear something over my stomach bag. Nothing will happen.
Mhm,
And they people will get used to the idea of wearing something,
mhm,
and they will start being a bit more careful, not to stop people from doing things, quite the opposite. Go back to your normal life. If you
mhm.
used to do extreme sports, by all means you can do that. Just obviously the stomach nurse and the consultant will talk about the healing period, like wait a little bit, 2 weeks till you start doing this, 4 weeks till you start doing that, and 8 weeks, and then you can go full force or anything. So, yes, we're trying to help
Okay.
people and raise awareness. It's not just to sell products because we're not selling jeans,
Mhm.
it's a medical device. So,
Well,
if we are to use it, we have to do it right.
yeah, this project is a major preventative. When I reflect back on my own journey, I had my stoma surgery. I knew that I would need support, in my clothes, like leaving hospital. Um, I had trialed out the idea of having a stoma bag on my body with a little fake stoma beforehand, and put some liquid in it so it simulated the idea of having output there. And even that was like, oh, this is weird. This is weighty on my body. Is it going to pull on my body? How will I manage with this? And so the idea of having that little bit of support around me in those like first couple of days, I thought I'm going to need this. And I just went online and I ordered, the level one complete wraparound support to have in hospital. And I thought if I don't even wear it in the hospital bed, I'll wear it coming home from hospital on that day. And unbeknown to me, I developed an ileus. And there was projectile vomiting, the NG tube, the coughing, or whatever. And, I left hospital 2 weeks later and I wore that support band home. And a couple of times when I was doing like outings with my mum, I would put it on. But in my head all along, I need the proper support band because been someone who's exercised every day in life. And I knew once I would get to week 8 that I would be ramping up my recovery program to be more and more physical until week 12 being signed off, when I would be full blown workouts again at home, lifting weights. But I needed those grade 3 and above support garments. So that I was kind of hurrying towards that. Now, when the nurse came out and she looked at my stoma, she said, that's maybe still a little bit swollen yet. And my body shape has never changed in the 2 years since I've had my stoma surgery. But in a recent scan, they have told me I have a tiny parastomal hernia behind it. And I've said, I've never felt a pop, I've never felt anything change. And the surgeon has actually said, when you had your ileus, I will guarantee you
Yeah.
that is whenever you got that little hernia.
Because of the coughing and vomiting
Coughing,
and the
yeah,
internal pressure being so high,
lying in the
pushing,
bed,
yeah,
it just
out.
came out of nowhere. You had no control. There was times I was trying to hold my wind, you know, but that is more than likely when it happened. So my question would be, do you think when we have stoma surgery, should there be a binding put on? Should we be
Well,
encouraged to wear a wrap immediately? Should we have that support?
well, I can't say that because I'm not a
You're not.
consultant,
Yeah, yeah.
but I know when I had my first stop, it was in Europe, in
Mhm.
Italy, I woke up with a binder.
Okay, yeah.
And since then, I wear a support belt. That's it. The strong, firm support, adjustable belt is my favorite. We have many nice, more discreet and everything products. I love this belt because it's really strong, gives me the freedom. I feel it there.
Mhm.
So in diff in some hospitals, they will give people a support belt, a support binder, a surgical binder after the operation. Depends
Mhm.
on the hospital, the consultant is their personal decision. So what they think about it. And also now about clinical studies about that. There are clinical studies that they will give us percentages about hernias.
Mhm.
There are some clinical studies, but really short term about hernia prevention using a post-op binder or a support belt later on. Why? Because it's so difficult to follow up.
Mhm.
The consultants can follow up whilst you're still at in the hospital,
Yeah.
or they will follow up the first month. They won't see the patients after that.
Yeah.
And we're actually trying with stoma nurses really to set up a long-term trial. It's really difficult to follow up
Mhm.
because you're sending people back home with a protocol, right? So it's not just the support belt,
Mhm.
it's also exercise, whatever exercise is for everyone.
Mhm.
Some people will like running, weightlifting, dancing, golf, walking the dog, whatever exercise is for everyone.
Mhm.
Healthy diet, maintain healthy weight, and stop smoking. You'll tell people all this, you'll send them back home. How you can check that they will follow. So for you to evaluate after
Mhm.
2 months in a visit, how they're doing. Do we have a hernia? Are we following the protocol? Are we using the support garment the way we said, like when you're active, when you're doing this, when you're doing that? So it's really difficult
Mhm.
to check and see if it
Yeah.
works. With people's experience, we can tell that when people have a healthy diet, they're active, exercise, and wear the support garment, yes, the experience is we minimizing our risk of developing a hernia.
Yeah.
But it's really difficult to have long-term clinical studies to show us results. We're trying, we're trying, and hopefully we will find a way to set up a protocol,
Mhm.
but it's not that easy.
Yeah. So I think it's more about, the raising awareness of it as much as possible, and pushing it out there. We have a saying, you can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink it.
Yes,
And I think
exactly.
actually what is kind of the best thing is when you start off, and the earlier you start off using a product. So for your experience, whenever you had surgery, you woke up with a binder, you woke up having that support. So then always having that support was something that you looked to. So now, years and years down the line, you still wear a support product. You know,
Obviously.
it's natural for me when I'm working out. I always know I need to up the grade here. I need to put on my proper support belt for that. Doing heavy gardening, heavy housework, I need a different type of support here in my abdomen than just doing everyday life, and maybe just having, a grade one support band on, or days where, you know, you're putting on the proper pants, as I would say, that you've got good support in them if you're not putting on a wrap or a support. So the earlier we can do that to train our minds and our bodies that this is not an obscure product we're doing. This is not an uncomfortable product. This is part of what we do to keep ourselves protected, and have that preventative in place, right?
Yes,
Um,
this is why we tried and we started. this huge project with the hernia pathway.
Yeah.
It was not, it's not ideal to go to your manager and say, oh, all right, now we will give everyone in the UK a free belt. Well, it's not a free belt. Obviously, yes, people will get it and from their stoma right after the operation, and we won't use their prescription. We won't, that nobody will pay for it. But it's not that. I don't want it to be that. It's about awareness. It's like when you're going back home and they will give you 10 different bags and things that you don't even remember what they're doing. Sprays, this and that. And the only thing you're thinking is that how I'm going to change the bag and checking all the time if the bag is all right, leaked, detached, anything. Because we know this is really stressful situation for about a week or two till we work and digest whatever happened. So having this belt, this light belt with you, you'll see it and you'll be, yeah, they gave me this for a reason. So works as a reminder to wear it, to be careful, to support your abdomen when coughing or sneezing. It will remind you whatever the nurse said about hernias and hernia prevention and how to use this belt. They will give also info like brochures. So all these things will work, and hopefully we will be able to prevent hernias, which is ideal for everyone. Not, let's say, not only for us, quality of life. You don't want a hernia, it doesn't look nice, makes your life difficult, and they grow bigger. If you have a stoma and it's behind the stoma, then makes it even more difficult to find the right bag, to change it, all those things. Also for the NHS will spend more than £1 million every year for support garments.
Wow.
To help people prevent a hernia. So there are many people that they will get this belt, they will be measured by a company or a stoma nurse, and they will never use it because the information wasn't enough, or they didn't have time to digest, to understand, to register what this is about. So many people will see them at home, unfortunately late when they have already a hernia, and they will be, yeah, years ago, my stoma nurse gave me this belt, or so-and-so company gave me this belt, but it wasn't very good.
Apologies. We had a power cut in the middle of that conversation. This never happened before. It's torrential rain here in Belfast today, and there was a storm, but
the weather is not great here either, so
sorry, Maria.
That's all right. I was like, oops, what happened? Something happened. What do I do?
We were talking about this project, this pathway of getting that product available to people, post surgery.
Yes, so this is the one thing that we're really trying to work with. And the second and most important thing that we do as a company is offering a free home fitting service.
Okay.
It's free for everyone, available to everyone. We also do clinics whenever a stoma team, they do have available space and room. We will go there and see with the stoma nurses their patients. And why we're doing that? Let's be honest, it will be better for a company, for people to take a tape measure themselves, give us the measurements over the phone, give them a belt. That's fine. Minimizes the cost. But exactly because the cost is really, it's high for the NHS, and we really need that service, we have to do it right. And it's not the easiest thing ever, you know, that to wear a support garment. They're not like, it's different if you're wearing something like sloggy, something light support. Yes, we can tolerate that. But if we have to use strong support, it's not the easiest thing ever. It's there, you feel it, it's strong. And we will use it to do exercise or to go to work. So we have to be comfortable so we can wear it. Or it won't cause any more problems. So we talk with people every day and we will ask why you're not wearing your support garment. What is the problem? And they're right, there are problems. Ill-fitting garments, people will not use them.
Yeah. One of the things that I hear quite often is I don't wear a stoma support belt because it restricts my output.
Well,
What's your views on that?
this is how we feel, and fair enough. Yes, you have a stoma bag and something that will support this area. So you feel like, oop, it will stop the stoma from working. Well, it won't. No. But if it's not the right garment, if it's not the right size, like now, support belts from different companies, not just SuportX. The fabric is more advanced, it's really stretchy, the fabrics are more breathable. So I remember many years ago, we used to have and see those belts with bones and straps and like torture machines. Not, it was impossible to wear them for hours.
Yeah.
So now, no, your belt or support brief will not restrict the stoma or the stoma bag, but has to be the right fit. If it's too small, yes, it will cause problems. Obviously, we have to compromise. We have to understand that, yes, it's a support garment. Let's say if we have especially if we're using a drainable bag, yes, wearing a strong support garment, you have to be careful and empty your bag. Because yes, if it's too full, yeah, you need more space, then the garment has to be bigger, so not very supportive. We have to find the balance. So this is why the fitting appointment, it's really important and free of charge because it has to be available for everyone.
Yes.
Because you get not to do the measurements, you get to try your garments on. There are many things available. Not everything is good for everyone.
Yeah.
Yes, there are. If I'll show, let's say, to every lady the strong support,
Bless me.
the strong support belt, yes, with lace, everybody will like that.
Yeah.
But is this the right garment? We have to try. Must be a good fit. And everybody's different lifestyle, different skin, different needs. So we have to find what is good for everyone.
Yeah.
So it's not the case one product is good for everybody. Just buy it and deal with it.
Okay. So it won't restrict the output. The fitting is the crucial part. I'm going to tag the website to SuportX below. There's a phone number as well. I'll pop it in the show notes below. I know I've met Rory several times, who is enough to be scooting all over the UK doing home fittings. Great guy. Very, very helpful. If someone's listening today and they know they need a fitting appointment, just ring up, get Rory to come out to the house, get him to fit you. You know, let them talk
Yes.
you through everything, let them do the bespoke measurements and all of that to see what it is you need and to best advise in what you need. Yeah.
Because also maybe, although there are so many different products available, so we can find something that's suitable for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes this is not possible
Mm-hmm.
because of our needs, because of the body shape, or because there is a hernia already or a big hernia. Like you said, Rory, home visit.
Mm-hmm.
They know what they're doing
Mm-hmm.
and they will advise for the right garment.
Yeah.
We can do bespoke garments. It's fine. It's a
Amazing.
solution. It's helpful. Yes, we will not push a hernia back in. Only an operation can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But prevention or stop it from growing any bigger, it's super important.
One of the things in my head around prevention as being someone who's always exercised, you know, there was one point where someone said to me, "Oh, you'll not be able to do that on the other side of surgery," and I went, "What do you mean? Like, my life's not going to change because I've got a stoma." There are people out there that run marathons, that exercise, that do Ironman challenges and things. You know, why should I stop doing my workouts because I've had a stoma surgery? There are things I can do to help me. So for me, exercise was always a key thing and remains a key thing in my life where I need to keep my core in as healthy a condition as I can for it to remain strong, because as soon as those muscles turn weak, that's when you're going to get a hernia. And, you know, that's, I think my social media was bombarded with, "You're going to give yourself a hernia, you're going to give yourself a hernia." And I'm like, you're someone who has never exercised. You don't know what a strong core is. You've got a hernia. You would be afraid to exercise. What are your thoughts and opinions? What are SuportX's thoughts and opinions on exercise?
Well,
Is it?
definitely we advise people to keep to be active.
Mm-hmm.
It's key. There are standard things. It's not one thing that you can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's but if you're active, exercise, choose what is good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I like swimming. I will join my yoga class at least once per week
Mm-hmm.
because I know I'm growing older and I have to help that.
Yeah.
Uh, I will go to the gym. So other people do crazy stuff. They do extreme sports. And
Mm-hmm.
it's absolutely fine. Whatever, choose something that works for you,
Mm-hmm.
that you like. And being active is super important. Now you will find also advice that we call breathing exercises.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's
Great.
it is what it should be common sense how
Mm-hmm.
to use your core and your to understand your own body to support it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If we do all those things, healthy diet, not smoking, where your support when you're doing your exercise, your garden or housework or something,
Mm-hmm.
if you do all those things, and yes, maybe to start with, it's like, oh my God, that's a lot. Do I have to remember all that now? Well, after a month, it's a way of living.
Yeah, it becomes a habit, doesn't it?
You don't have to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You're just doing it, and you have to do it anyway. Let's think about it. We have to do it anyway, with or without an operation.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
especially because of the operation, one more reason to
Mm-hmm.
be more careful and more keen to do all those things. And yes, if you are fit before your operation, yes, it's really helpful. Minimizes the risk as well.
Mm-hmm. What then is the garments that are available on they're available on the NHS for stoma patients? Or?
Well, there are support belts. The most popular are the adjustable belts
Okay.
because they're very easy to manage. Put it on, take it off. It's really easy.
Mm-hmm.
They But there are support briefs, there are pull-up belts, you know, when we want something more discreet. So, and also bespoke garments, if we need something bespoke. There are many things available. And if we can try, we will find something for everyone. Just we need to try them as we trying a new Stoma bag.
Yes, yes.
To find some people are super lucky, and the first time the Stoma nurse will say, this I think is best for you. You'll try it, super lucky, works. Great. Not everyone is that lucky. They have to try another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. The same happens with support garments. Let's say like 70% of our customers, they will find their garment after the first visit. We will go there, we will show whatever is available, we will try, we'll do the measurements, make the decision, and that is the right garment for them. Yeah. But there is another 30 or 40% that, because they will have another operation, because other health issues, or because they tried, they thought, oh, this is good for me, I'll go for this one. And when they started using it for about a month, they were like, no, not really comfortable, or something with their stomach. We will go back, see them again, we'll try something different.
Yeah, I think this is about creating those, definitely those creating those healthy habits, like just like the exercise. The earlier you can introduce a support band to your daily life, you know, it becomes part of your routine, part of your habit. And I can remember receiving my first support belt from SuportX in the post, and oh, it was great. It was the wraparound, you know, Velcro one, and still use it. And a few days later, I got another package in the post, and I thought, oh my goodness, they've duplicated this order. They've sent me the same thing again. And then I opened it, and it was a complete wraparound support. And I was like, I've got two versions of this. Like, I've got two options. And I went from having nothing to having two options, and I still go between using both of those. And
yes, depends on what you're doing. Let's say sometimes we want to wear something nice and to look nice, and we want something more discreet. The tube belts, the pull-up belts are ideal for that.
Yeah.
Because you can't see anything.
Yeah.
I move onto the wraparound belts because, yeah, I've dressed up like never, and working, and then exercise, and then housework. I need my strong support. And to be honest, this is why I'm saying everybody's different. Let's say I will have nothing, no food all day till the afternoon. Till the afternoon, I'll be bloated. It's how the system works now. After the operations, nothing will be perfect, completely perfect. So that's another issue that I have. So the adjustable belt is ideal for me because I can give myself more space. That works for me. Other people, they don't even want to see the Velcro. No, give this away, shows this and that is bulky. Fine. This is why there are options. So everybody's different. Just try it. Don't give up with exercise, with your diet, and with your support garments. We will try to help to find the right one.
Yeah, I love that. For me, when it comes to exercise, gardening, and heavy housework, it's the wraparound. It's like the, like, get me in, get me wrapped up. Yeah, literally cinch me in as much as you can. You feel strong, you feel that support instantly. And yeah, you kind of feel secure in that you're having that, all the support that you can possibly do to kind of prevent anything further. Because let's be honest, well, I'm one of those women who go into one room and then I start doing a room, and then I'm in the next room and I'm in the next room. And before you know it, you're doing a whole deep clean of your house. And having the right garment on is so important. You know, one minute you're going in to lightly dust the room, and the next minute you're moving furniture about.
You moving furniture, yes.
Yeah, and it would be so easy to cause yourself a hernia, you know, or pull an abdominal muscle, not having that right support garment on. So it is definitely, definitely necessary. Maria, is there anything else you want to touch on today? Because we covered quite a bit. You know, the products you offer. I will be tagging the website below so that people know how to get access to it. That pathway project, you know, if you're someone new going in for stoma surgery, have that conversation with the stoma nurse when she comes to see you of, do you offer the grade one, you know, wrap or grade one wrap?
Rory will deal with it.
You know, and
For Ireland.
yeah.
Um, well, what I would like to say is try to protect yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the end of the world, definitely.
Yeah.
It's nothing scary, a hernia. I don't want to feel terrified, and definitely I don't want anyone, when I see a patient, to start with scary words. Oh my God, when a hernia happens, it's the end of the world. No, it's not. Unfortunately, it's really, really common,
Mm-hmm.
but we can do something about it. Even if there is a small parastomal hernia,
Mm-hmm.
you can still do your exercises, you can still do have a healthy diet, wear your support garments, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just when something is wrong, especially now for support garments, let's say you had a brief, something digs here, something is not right, just don't give up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a SuportX garment, contact SuportX. It's from another company, go and talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
We can make it right. Don't give up. Don't stop looking for the right garment. Don't stop trying,
Mm-hmm.
because we need it. So if it's a personal decision, all right, it's not like I'll tell everybody, oh, you must wear a support garment. It's not for me to give that advice.
Yeah.
Talk to your stomach nurse, talk to your consultant, and if they think that this is the right choice for you, we are here to help. And we will really, honestly try to help.
Mm-hmm. And is it 3 products a year you can order through the NHS on prescription?
It depends on the area, but in general, yes, it's up to 3 support garments that we can have on prescription.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely for us, we have a protocol. When we see somebody for the first time, we will go for only one garment first.
Mm-hmm.
There is a procedure that we have to follow.
Mm-hmm.
We will do all the fitting procedure, trying different garments. We will decide for one. We will order one. Then our customer care team will contact the patient in about a month,
Mm-hmm.
see how they're doing. If everything is fine, then it's their decision to have the second and the third. If something is wrong, we will not proceed with any orders. We will go and see them again, make it
Mm-hmm.
right, and then we can proceed.
Great. Really, really helpful, Maria. You know, some really valuable information in there, and I know like this is such a big subject. We talk about it all the time. There are so many people out there with hernias, with massive hernias, and it impacts their everyday life. You know, they're struggling with their clothes, they're struggling with exercise because they're so restricted. And finding the right support wear is definitely crucial for them to have that better quality of life. So.
Well, the earlier you start, the better it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's say, imagine somebody with a massive hernia,
Mm-hmm.
one-sided or central. It's really difficult then
Mm-hmm.
to find something ideal. Yes, we will make a support garment to fit and it will help,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
The sooner we can do this, the better it is.
Mm-hmm. Okay. just something that has come into my head there. When you put the wraparound support on, because I've kind of worked that the support, the Velcro are in the middle. I've worked that the Velcro are at the side. I've worked that the Velcro are in the
Velcro
stoma.
always opposite side of the stoma.
Always to the opposite side of the stoma.
Always opposite side of the stoma. We don't, because the fabric is strong of the belt, but it's stretchy. So your bag will fill up properly. We don't want the Velcro over a stoma bag because it's not stretchy.
Mm-hmm.
It will happen, disaster or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but it will work better. And it's
Okay.
the right way to wear your belt. So the non-stretchy part, the Velcro, opposite side of the
Opposite side of the
stoma.
stoma. Okay. Yeah. I typically wear mine on my left hip as well as that. It doesn't catch.
And also, if you have it on the side, it's less visible
Yes. Yeah.
because our body curves. So
Mm-hmm.
if you have the Velcro on the side, it's less visible. So you can wear your belt. If you like the adjustables, it won't be that visible.
Okay. Cool. Anything else you want to touch on before we wrap up today? All right, have we got through all of the questions? Guys, if there's anything that we have mentioned today and you have further questions, tag them below in the show notes, comment on the reels, comment on social media. This will be out on all social media platforms. And we will certainly get you the answers as best we can. I am not the professional here, the business development manager is. And if she doesn't have an answer, she will definitely get you one from someone who
We
does.
will get you an answer if we don't have the answer from a healthcare professional.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if it's about SuportX, our products, our garments, 100%, we will give you an answer and a solution.
Yeah. Maria, thank you so much for giving time out of your
Thank you
day.
so much for having me.
You are
Honestly, it was a pleasure. Thank you
welcome.
so much.
Yeah, so guys, that's us for today. Do come back to join us for another episode next week. But until then, it is over and out. Again, Maria, thank you so much.